Well, I finally did it. I no longer have square nails. Ever since I started this channel over 10 years ago, I have always had square nails. And I've always thought, that's my natural shape, when in fact, I've probably just been grooming them to be square. And really, there is no natural or perfect shape. And it's always held me back. And I decided with this new year, I'm gonna finally try round nails. So in this video, I'm gonna transform my nails to a round shape and show you how I fill in my Builder Gel manicures. So I'm first going to take off the corners of my nails, and this pains me because if you have square nails, the squarer the corners, the better the shape, and it is so hard to keep these from breaking when you have square nails. So I'm going to use a 180 grit file, which is pretty coarse, and I took off the corners. Then I'm going to use a softer grit file and align that with the sidewalls of my nails, and I'm going to pull that in a rounded motion. I found when I was filing down the bulk shape of my nail, if I angled the nail file a little bit under my nail, it was easier to take off more of the nail that way, and then I could kind of round it on top and start rounding that shape in to the middle of the free edge of my nail. A lot of this I had to do off camera because it was a lot of filing, a lot of going back and forth between nails and referencing the shape, but keep taking off those edges, make sure your sidewalls are aligned, and then just round them off with a softer grit nail file. And as you can see, I do have a little bit of Builder Gel still on my nails, and I recommend always keeping a little bit of Builder Gel on your nails, especially if you're doing just fills and you always have that base gel layer. It really is going to help strengthen your natural nails. But I also recommend having this on while you're filing your nails, especially if you're prone to breaking or brittle nails. That extra layer of gel right there is just going to help the filing process go a lot more evenly and smooth if your nails are nice and hard. I know it's stupid, but it's kind of bittersweet to see my square nails gone because I've always thought that that was something that made me different, which is honestly so silly, and it's just a nail shape. It really doesn't affect me or my life, and I think life is way too short not to try out different shapes, different lengths, different designs. Your nails are there to reflect your personality, have fun, and if you don't like your nails, you can always cut them, grow them out, change the color, switch it up. It is not permanent. It is just an extension of your personality, so no point in locking yourself in. Then I used a really big body brush. I'm pretty sure this is like for the shower, but I like using it for my nails, and I just scrub that along my nails to get rid of any debris or filings that got stuck under my nail. Now I'm moving on to cuticle work. I first pushed back my cuticles just to expose more of that on my nail plate, and then I'm going to use my e-file. This is a cuticle bit, and I very lightly take that around the edge of my nail just to pick up that cuticle tissue, and this makes this process way faster with e-file. But if you don't have that, you can always use a cuticle remover and a cuticle pusher to do this. Just use what you have. One thing to note when I do use my e-file, I am not pressing down on my nail. You don't want to be filing your actual nail. You just want to be getting that sticky tissue. And I did take the time here to remove some peeling I had with my Builder Gel because you don't want to have any of that when you fill it in. Then I'm going to use my cuticle nippers and just clean up any straggler dry skin. You can remove as much as you're comfortable with, but I always recommend doing less than more because you don't want to cause any permanent damage, harm, or bring in any bacteria and cause infections. And then I'm going to use alcohol and a lint-free wipe to very thoroughly cleanse my nail. Now I'm going to prep for the Builder Gel fill-in, and I used a pH bonder. This is from Gelish, and I just applied that to all of my nails, and this just dehydrates the nail plate so that the gel can really stick to it. I feel like we are in a time in society with social media and everything where there's all these trends, and I am guilty of this too, and you just want to fit in, you want to fall in line. And especially when it comes to your nails, I think that's silly and that is not a mold we should put ourselves into. There are so many fun trends you can try and see if you like it, but just because something is on trend or popular doesn't mean you should do it. But then on the opposite hand, just because it's popular doesn't mean you shouldn't try it. There's a reason people like stuff and things become popular. For me, I am really glad I finally went round with my nails. They are way easier to maintain. My corners aren't always breaking. And I actually think they flatter my hands a little bit better and make my fingers look a little bit longer. But I was always battling trying to do round nails because everyone else had round nails and I thought square made me unique. But the truth is, everyone and everyone's hands are already unique, so that is not a good reason not to change up your nails and try something new. For this manicure, I've been using the Builder X gel by Bio Seaweed Gel and the sculpting brush that is also by Bio Seaweed Gel. And I first just dipped the brush into this, and you might have noticed I actually still had gel on this brush. I like to store my gel application brushes with a little bit of gel that just keeps the brush bristles held together nicely. So with a little bit of that gel, I applied that to my nail, and for this layer, it's going to be a slip layer, which means when we put more product over top, it's going to flow nicely across the nail. So for this layer, you want to make sure it is very close to your skin. Scrub it into your nail, in fact, get it into all those corners as close as you can. And then I take a little bit bigger of a bead and I start just below the moon area, cuticle area of my nail with that bead. I create sort of like a circular shape so it's more of a dollop, and then I'm going to push that up just a little bit and in swirling motions rock the brush in circular motions horizontally across my nail, pulling that bead back and forth to create a more built up structure. The majority of the product should be around the apex of your nail, which is the highest point of your nail. And the good thing about Gel X or a soft gel like this is that it self levels. So if it's looking kind of weird at first, give it a second or even flip your hand over and gravity will pull that gel right to the apex of the nail and where it needs to be, or at least close. And then you can kind of manipulate it to get it in line. Then I like to take a fine detail brush and just very carefully go around the edge of my nail. This is just going to pull that extra builder gel down to where it needs to be so that everything is nice and flush, and it's going to ensure that your natural nail is fully sealed in with that builder gel. And now you can finally cure. I did not cure after my slip layer. After the slip layer is applied, I went right into applying more of that builder gel, built up the structure, and then I finally cured. And make sure you read the instructions for your builder gel because oftentimes you do need to cure it a little bit longer than standard gel. Then I just went ahead and applied a no wipe top coat. This will fully seal in that builder gel and add a really pretty glossy shine. So if you want to wear your nails just like this and natural, it'll look really good and your builder gel will be locked in. Now I'm going to finish with a hydrating oil and just make sure my skin gets as much love as I gave my nails. And here is the final transformation. Now at the time my nails were kind of short, so my round shape is pretty tiny, but at this time they have grown out and they look so good and I'm so happy, and I kind of wish I did round nails sooner. So hopefully this can be a little bit of an encouragement to try something new with your nails, a style, a length, a shape, a color. Life's too short, just have fun with it. For more videos like this, you can click on your screen here to watch those. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to stop by and watch this video. It always means so much to me, and I will see you next time. Bye.